wax and book friends. I'm Amber. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you are returning. Today I have my November wax melting challenge for you. And this is something I do every month. It helps me get through wax that maybe I haven't picked up in a long time. Use up some things that aren't necessarily favorites for me. This wax melting challenge helps me to get through that wax. So I do enjoy doing it every month. It is hosted by Patricia Gates. I will link her channel down in the comments. She's awesome. So let's jump into it. I can tell you that I tried for every prompt, but there are like 4 prompts that I wasn't able to do this for, but I tried to choose old testers as my wax for each day, but a couple of them, I didn't have anything that worked, and one specifically, it was 4 brick, so I can't pick a tester when it's 4 brick. So, okay, let's jump into it. So I just wanted to let you know first off that most of them will be testers. So the first one I have, and let's see if I can even find them all when they have a little writing. The first one is, melt and oak or cedar wood scent. So I chose Harvest Blessings, which is a pumpkin type scent. I think it has apples as well. And it has oak in it. Plus some spices, I guess. So Harvest Blessings, that worked out well for that prompt. And so these old testers, they're all scents that are retired, which is, again, why I decided I wanted to concentrate fully on these, is so I could get them out of my stash and all that. Okay, so November 2nd is Melt Something with Pomegranate. And that one, I did jeweled pomegranate, and this is, I think there's like some sort of citrus in with the pomegranate, and then some like cinnamon or something. So jeweled pomegranate, again, is retired. Then day 3 is Daylight Savings, Melt a Long Lasting Scent. This one is kind of a hard prompt for me because in my melting downstairs, I change my wax every day just because, or almost every day anyway, because I like to have a new scent every day. But I do remember from melting this in the past that it's one, especially because of the fragrance notes that are in it, it's one that lasts, it's pretty long lasting. And that is pumpkin chai. So this is chai spices and vanilla and pumpkin, something like that. And because of those spicy chai notes, it's one that tends to last longer. So pumpkin chai. Then the 4th of November is Melt a Scent You Would Bring to Your Workplace. So I was like, my workplace is at home. And every once in a while in an elementary school library. So for me, I can melt whatever I want. But I was like, what is one that I think would work really well, that people would enjoy, that was kind of sophisticated, that wasn't going to offend anyone? So I decided on Dashing. I feel like this would be a good choice for a workplace. It's vanilla and like a soft mahogany. And I think it says night sky as well, which who knows what that means. But it's a vanilla mahogany scent. But the mahogany isn't like in your face or anything like that. It's really nice. No longer available. It did retire after the spring catalog retired. Okay, then we have for the 5th, Warm a Scent with Raisin, Fig, or Dates. So I just finished, if you watched my Whatcha Warming, my last Whatcha Warming, I think is where I shared it. I finished my brick of walnut raisin muffin. I was like, oh, that would have worked perfectly for that. But then I was like, when I was looking through my old testers, I was like, I wonder if I have a tester actually of walnut raisin muffin. And guess what? I did. So walnut raisin muffin, that works out perfectly. This is a beautiful scent. I do wish it had come into the catalog as like a catalog scent because it is really nice. It's a cozy raisin muffin. It is a very nice scent. I'm just not a fan of bricks, so I was happy to be done with the brick. Okay, then we have on the 6th, Melt a Scent that's name has nothing to do with the scent notes. I decided on Now and Zen. So this is a spa type scent. I don't even remember what the notes are. I think it had chamomile in it and some sort of citrus and I don't know what else, but yeah, definitely not in the scent notes. You wouldn't be able to assume what the notes are by Now and Zen. So that one worked out well. Then we have on the 7th, Melt an Almond or Chocolate Scent. And I was excited that I still had one. If I can find it, where are you? No, not that one. I cannot find, oh, there it is. Hug in a Mug, no longer available. And this one was a sad one when I found out it wasn't coming back. It is really yummy. It is hot chocolate and like cookie dough and hazelnut, I think, are the notes in it. It's so yummy and cozy. And it works for the prompt. So Hug in a Mug. Then on the 8th is Warm a Drink Scent. This is another one that was one of my original loves from when I first started buying Scentsy. And this was like back in 2007 is when I started purchasing Scentsy. And it was one that was like one of my absolute favorites. They had it in the catalog for a long, long time, and I'm looking for it, and I'm not seeing it here. I know it was here. Where did it go? I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, and so a couple years ago, they finally retired it, and it was a shock to me. But I didn't put it in my club. Plus, it kind of affects me now because it does have ginger in it, and that is honey pear cider. You're like, get on with it. Let me know what scent you're talking about. So honey pear cider, it does have a little bit of ginger, so it does affect me now. When I first started melting it, my allergy to ginger hadn't really developed yet. And so I was okay at the beginning with melting it. But I want to melt it. It's a drink scent. I do love the scent. And I figured it's going to be where I'm not for most of the day anyway, so it'll be okay in small whiffs of me going by every once in a while. So honey pear cider. Such a good scent. Hopefully eventually we'll be able to vote it back for Bring Back My Bar, because if you guys haven't tried it, it is a wonderful scent. Okay, then we have the 9th, Warm a Chopped Candle or a Candle Dupe. So this isn't exactly what I would say a dupe for a candle, but it is very, very close in my opinion. And that is Stroop Waffle Delight, which smells super similar to Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. They kind of have the same type of vibe. Not exactly the same, but very, very close. So I figured that would be a good one for that prompt. So Stroop Waffle Delight. And then we have on the 10th, Melt a Bakery Style Vanilla. I went with one that I know is a lot of people's heartbreak, and that is Cinnamon Buttercream. This is a vanilla-based frosting scent with cinnamon, and it has mascarpone cream cheese in it, so there is like a tangy quality to it. So it wasn't really a favorite of mine, but I know a lot of people were sad that it didn't come back. So cinnamon buttercream. Then we have on the 11th, Melt Something Patriotic to honor veterans. I decided to go, I was like, how can I do patriotic? So I just picked a color. So I picked a blue one, a very dark, American blue. from the flag and did, which one is it? Because they're kind of, I think it's this one. I'll smell it and then I can see. Yeah, this one. Fairy Tale Pumpkin, that's what this is. So as you can see, it is a Stars and Stripes blue color. So I decided to do that one. Okay, then we have on the 12th, that is No Shave November, Melt a Shaving Cream or Cologne Scent. This one also is a blue color, pretty much the same as the Fairy Tale Pumpkin, and it is my hero. So this is a cologne-y scent, and it does kind of have like a shaving cream vibe to it, so that one works perfectly. Then we have, I'm trying to let it sit up so I can see it easier. Let's see, on the 13th, melt a topaz or citrine colored wax for November's birthstones. That one I decided to do. This originally wasn't like a citrine color, which is like an ambery brown, but through aging, it's become kind of that color. And it is aloe, what is this even called? Aloe vera and ivy. So this started out as a green and now it's like a brownish, ambery yellow color. So it worked. I was like, I need to get rid of this. And this one works. So there's that one. Then we have on the 14th, melt anything spicy. So I did a super spicy one. Cozy Fireside. This came back with a Scents of the Season was it last year? I feel like it was part of last year's Scents of the Season. It is strong. It is a very strong, spicy one. This is another one that has ginger, so I normally don't melt it, but this worked to get rid of it. So then on the 15th is World Vasectomy Day. Warm a V scent or one you've cut from your club. So it's been years since I've had my Scentsy club, and I remember as I was looking through my retired wax testers, and I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, this was one of my original bars that I put in my Scentsy club back in the day. And that is Twitter Pated. This is a Bambi Disney scent. Very springy, slightly masculine type of scent, spring green masculine scent. It is really nice. It did come back out recently. I think it was it this past spring? It was. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was this past spring because it came out with the Easter collection stuff. Yeah, so it is a really nice scent and it worked for the prom. So Twitter Pated. Then we have on the 16th, Warm and Oldie But a Goodie. So this one, I went with one of my favorites that I'm sad never came back. It was only around for one season. I thought for sure it would come back, and I did really like it. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know I'm an apple girl. I do adore apple scents usually. And I did really love this one, but I thought for sure it was coming back. So I did not put it in my club, and I've regretted it ever since because it's so nice. Apple and Oats. This one really comes alive when it's melting. It's okay when you smell it on cold, but when it melts, it is amazing. It is cozy. It does smell like I think Melanie, Mr. Kong's mom, described it as like a fancy version of homemade oatmeal, like something an upscale restaurant would have. And I do kind of get that vibe. So it's apples and oats and cozy, and it's just so good. And I hope eventually we'll be able to vote this back with our Bring Back My Bar voting. I don't know if it's been gone for 5 years now. I think this next year it will be 5 years. So hopefully then we can get this back because it is so, so nice. Again, better when it melts rather than on cold. It's just kind of forgettable. So that is apple and oats. Then we have on the 17th, melt a scent that contains a buttery note. So this is one of the ones that I couldn't use an old tester for because I couldn't figure out. I was like, I don't really have anything that has any butter notes in it, except for, I mean, not just this bar, but this is the one that I wanted to pick. My favorite, blueberry pancakes. This has like a buttery maple note to it. That's just so amazing. One of my favorite bars. This is in my Scentsy Club, which is our subscription service. The best thing ever. You can put a bar in that you love, and Scentsy will continue to make it for you even after it's retired for regular purchase. So it's the best thing ever. Tons and tons of perks besides that too. But it's my favorite perk. So I can continue to get the stuff I love. So blueberry pancakes for that prompt. Okay, and then November 18th is Melt a Disney Princess Scent or glittery / decorative wax. I went with a Disney Princess scent and chose Ariel Under the Sea. I really like this scent. This is a very fresh, sweet, aquatic scent. I know there's hibiscus in it, and I think apple. So I'm not surprised that I like it. Apple and some other things in it. I love it. Not available anymore though. It did retire. Okay, then after that for the 19th, we have warm a scent used to relax or unwind. I had to do this one because it's right in the prompt, and that is Vitamin U Unwind. So how could I not when the prompt says unwind? So this is a sweet, like apple, I think there's apple blossom in it, and other notes. It's a sweet, kind of relaxing, fruity, floral, more, I would say more on the floral side, but as sweet. It's not like powdery or pungent at all. It's nice, but it's retired. Again, most of these are not available. Sorry, everybody. Then we have for the 20th, Melt a Scent that could fit in more than one scent category. I decided to do one that has a lot of notes going on in it. I think this was a brick. I mean, this was in the catalog at one point in time, and then I think they brought it back in a holiday brick a couple years ago or something like that. And that is Pretty in Plaid. This is like a Christmas potpourri scent. It is very evergreen heavy, but there are other notes in it as well. I think there's some sort of fruity note, a currant or something in it. And yeah, there's just a lot of things going on in it. It's not my favorite. I don't hate it. Not a favorite though. And yeah, it could definitely go in more than one scent family category. So that is Pretty in Plaid. Then we have the 21st Melted Gingerbread Scent. I'm not melting a gingerbread scent. Again, I'm allergic to ginger, so I said nope for that one, but I did pick one. I went ahead and picked one. It's one that used to be one of my favorites, and that is this the right one? No, it's this one. It is Candied Cranberry Pecan. Used to be in the catalog a few, like 4 years or so ago. And this is nice. It's a nice cranberry, and with that nutty pecan note, it's really good. So I was like, that one will work good for the prompt. Even though it's not gingerbread, it kind of has that like edible vibe to it. Then we have for the 22nd, which is Family Fun Game Night, What Would You Melt? So my family is always a fan of like fruity type scents, so I decided to pick Peach Nectar for that day. And it is a peachy scent. It's what it is. So Peach Nectar, pretty self-explanatory for that one. Then we have on the 24th, right? No, the 23rd, sorry. Warm Something with Cranberry. So another cranberry scent I decided to go with is this one, and it is Snow Kissed Cranberry. This one is more of like a body care version of cranberry rather than an edible cranberry like the other one was. It's a nice scent. So Snow Kissed Cranberry. And then on the 24th is warm a wax in your favorite NFL team colors. 49ers all the way. I've been a fan since I was a kid. And I decided to do like the gold. So I don't have like true gold, but I did gold and yellow and chose Here Comes the Sunflowers. And yeah, this is a nice spring sunflower scent. I think this one might have apple in it. I can't remember for sure, but it was in the spring summer catalog and did not come back this last spring summer catalog season. Okay, then after that is Melt Something with Cashmere. This is one that I had to use a bar on. And the cashmere is not actually in the notes. It is Bundle Up. This is part of the holiday. Pretty sure it's the holiday collection, not the harvest. Yeah, it's part of the holiday collection. And it feels like it has, if you guys remember that scent called Cashmere that Scentsy had, the same type of cashmere vibe to me is in this one. And so, Bundle Up. That one is very light, but it'll work for the prompt. And then we have on the 26th, Melt from a Brick or a Loaf. And I decided to work more on the SFR 2023 Reflections brick. I've only used 2 cubes, like I've said in the past. It takes me years to get through a brick. So I thought I'd work on this. So it's a nice fruity floral conglomeration of scents. And it is cute. It is sparkly. I could have used this one for the Disney Princess prompt too. So I think there's melon in it and some sort of floral and whatever else. I don't know. Then we have on the 27th, warm a scent that reminds you of a loved one that's passed. So this one, I've talked about it in my past videos. When we first got this last year, it was brand new. And in subsequent like club videos, when I did club it, and this is available in the catalog now, Midnight Mahogany, which my website will be down in the description for you. This one reminds me of my mom and her house. She was an antique dealer, and her house smelled like this, especially when it's melting. It like hit me. I was like, yeah, this is my mom's house. It's making me tear up. So yeah, Midnight Mahogany definitely fit that prompt. Okay, and then the 28th is a free melt for Thanksgiving, so I haven't picked one for that day yet. We will see what I decide on. Yeah, so nothing for that right now. Then the 29th is Melt a Wax You Got for a Deal. So I decided to do Lion King Circle of Life, right? Is that what it's called? Circle of Life. This was part of the kit when I first decided to become a consultant after years of purchasing. This was one of the testers that I got with my kit. And I was like, oh, it's definitely a deal because I got it as part of my kit. And it's a good way to use this one up because number one, it is very juicy and kind of broken, the lid. And I don't like the scent, to be honest. It smells like dirt to me and like musty old dirt. I'm not a fan. If you love that one, I'm glad. Hopefully you put it in your club because it's been a few years that it retired. But yeah, not a fan. I liked the other bar that came out this last time when they released Lion King stuff. There was another bar that was like green, like more of a green type of scent. And I liked that one better personally. So, but works for the prompt and I get to use it up. Then for the last day on the 30th is Melt a Wax starting with M, S, I, or P. So I went with P and chose Perfect Pumpkin Pear. This is another one I was like, oh, I'm glad I'll be able to use this one up because I'm not really a fan of this one at all. I like pumpkin, I like pear, but for some reason it doesn't work in this wax. It doesn't hit my nose right. So I was like, oh, this will work. This will work. So Perfect Pumpkin Pear, 3 Ps. All right, you guys, so that's it. That is everything I am planning on melting for this month's wax melting challenge. Yeah, let me know. Are you doing the challenge this month? What are you melting if you're not melting, doing the challenge? Yeah, are you moving into, are you still doing like pumpkin-y type of scents? Or are you moving into more, you wanting to get into the more wintry evergreen type of scent since we're moving into November? I'll start my winter melting in December, 1st of December. So it's still fallish for me for sure, but that's it, you guys. I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet for more home fragrance and book content. And until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.